Hey guys, this is Retro. We're going to be talking about Path of Exile 2. And what we have here is an overview of the warrior class first. And then in my next videos, we're going to be going over the rest. But I'm going to give an in-depth guide to the classes. And maybe when Path of Exile 2 comes out, you're going to know what class to choose on December 6th. Introducing the warrior class in Path of Exile 2. It's a melee tank that hits hard and takes a beating. It uses massive two-handed maces to crush your enemy. It's one of the most exciting new melee archetypes in Path of Exile 2. So if you like the idea of being a frontliner, taking hits for your team while dishing out devastating damage, then this class is going to be for you. The warrior is tanky, tough, and ready for battle. In Path of Exile 2, the warrior archetype is all about getting up close and personal with your enemies. Armed with a massive two-handed mace, this class isn't just about looking intimidating, it's about delivering punishing blows while shrugging off damage like a true tank. The warrior is a melee class that's perfect for players who enjoy being in the thick of combat. You're the one standing at the front, taking the hits while your teammates dish out damage from a distance. But don't let that fool you. With the right skills and a bit of strategy, the warrior can wreck anything that comes your way. The warrior is powered by strength, the primary attribute that boosts your health, armor, and physical damage. This makes you the perfect bruiser, able to take damage and dish it back in bulk. Whether you're slamming down with your mace or using a tanky build to survive boss encounters, you'll need to focus on the strength to maximize your potential. So the weapon of choice, it's a massive two-handed mace that delivers bone-crushing blows. It's slow, it's heavy, but when it lands, enemies are going to feel it. The warrior's attacks are all about area of effect damage, stunning enemies and knocking them back with each mighty swing. The combat style is very aggressive and resilient. While the warrior might seem like a classic tank class, there's more to the playstyle than just standing there and taking hits. You'll be up close with your enemies using a variety of offensive and defensive skills to survive and thrive. As a warrior, you're going to have a massive health pool, high armor, and several ways to mitigate damage. This makes you incredibly tough, able to withstand swarms of enemies while your team picks them off from a distance. You won't just be taking damage, you'll be dishing it out too. Expect to see stuns, knockbacks, and AoE attacks that leave your enemies on its back foot. You'll have the strength to fly on groups of mobs with a single swing. As a tank, you're going to be the one holding the line against waves of enemies. Your skills are designed to keep enemies off your teammates while controlling the battlefield. Use the knockbacks and stuns to break up enemy groups and create space for your allies to maneuver. So the warrior is a powerful class. It's not necessarily for beginners since you'll be constantly in the fray. The class requires a solid understanding of positioning and cooldown management. You'll need to learn when to dive in and when to hold back, especially since some of the most powerful abilities have longer cooldowns. And while your high health and armor will keep you standing longer than most, it's easy to get overwhelmed if you aren't careful. Poor positioning and getting surrounded by enemies can still be a death sentence, so you'll need to think on your feet and manage the battlefield. Is it better to play solo or in group play? The warrior excels in both. In solo, as a warrior, you can take most of the encounters by yourself. Your tankiness allows you to clear out mobs and tackles bosses with ease, and your offensive abilities will ensure that you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Make sure to stack endurance and damage reduction to boost your survivability. In a team, the warrior truly shines as a frontline tank. You'll be the one drawing aggro from enemies, keeping them distracted while your teammates deal the damage. With a mix of crowd control, stuns, and damage mitigation, you can keep enemies focused on you and away from your more vulnerable allies. Here are some pro tips for playing the warrior. Survivability is always first. Don't skip out on armor and health. The more damage reduction you can stack, the better you'll be at staying alive in tough fights. So basically, the warrior in Path of Exile 2 is a class for players who love to be the center of the action. With your ability to absorb damage and deliver crushing blows with your two-handed mace, you'll dominate the battlefield. But when it comes to a steep learning curve, if you're up for the challenge of mastering a tanky bruiser, the warrior offers a playstyle that's both rewarding and exciting. So grab your mace and start smashing. So that is it for the warrior class. I hope you enjoyed this very short introduction and a little bit of a guide to the class, and maybe with a new focus on melee, this class could be for you. But I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers? Like, chill guys, just use Pi. It's a free Chrome extension that's actually made by one of the founders.
have we stopped?
The ancient gates are closed. Outcasts currently make their home.
What could they need so much metal for? You could outfit an army with a mine of this scale.